If that turning point comes in the last month before Election Day, it's known as an October surprise.
Caplin News DC Bureau reporter Anthony Cruz is live in Washington. More on the story of the term.
Yeah, so the term October surprise came into the mainstream during the 1980 election when Ronald Reagan's campaign chief Bill Casey and other Republicans feared that a last-minute solution to the Iranian hostage crisis would sway voters towards incumbent Jimmy Carter. And it has been relevant ever since, most notably in 2016 when FBI Director James Comey decided to reopen Hillary Clinton's email investigations case just over a month out from the election. I spoke to FIU political scientist Eduardo Gamara to see if in this election that has already been full of surprises and seems too close to call, if one story can truly impact the final result.
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
This election already witnessed a summer surprise that impacted polls, as Vice President Kamala Harris's entry into the race saw the Democratic Party topple Donald Trump in key battleground states and in some of the national polls. But they have since leveled and have stayed tight, despite the fact that in this past month we've seen back-to-back hurricanes hitting the southeast, the potential for escalation in the Middle East, and veteran journalist Bob Woodward's book, War, reigniting questions about former President Donald Trump's relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin, among other issues.
Well, maybe, we're in a situation where there are too many surprises. And also because, we are so polarized, and because the elections will be in the end determined by pure and simple 1 or 2 percentage points, then it becomes extraordinarily complicated especially for a pollster to say, look, it was the Iran ballistic attack on Israel. No, it was Woodward's book.
Gamara says that the real poll is the one that happens on November 5th.
Polling wise, though, we have to go back to the electorate. We would ask, to what extent, like we're asking now, to what extent, for example, does abortion matter in your decision to vote for a candidate, right? We'll ask that, but retrospectively.
And speaking of the polarization of this case, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris's strategies this week have been to win voters in the margins, as seen by Harris's interview with Fox News yesterday, where she continues her campaign to try to garner Republicans who do not feel comfortable voting for Trump, as well as other undecideds. While the former president was on Univision yesterday trying to continue to make grounds with Latino voters, which many polls indicate that he has been successful in. Reporting for Caplin News, live from Washington, D.C., I'm Anthony Cruz.